Mr. Modi's behavior and electioneering campaign and his emphasis on what he stresses.
If I can make just an question before I come to question. But just make one
very
point.
important
One
politically.
additional point that people, it is true, want to move on from 2002, but at the same time they haven't overcome entirely their suspicion of Modi as a divisive figure.
So you know,
I mean, both things can.
So we are seeing. I think what we are seeing here is an overall vote which is in flux. But I think one thing is important. And I go to Devang Nanavati is with us. I want to Nirja and Devang Nanavati coming to you next. Question number 8 is a question which centers around belief, right? So the question is, do you think Narendra Modi alone can take the BJP beyond 200 seats? And I think this number of 43% and 41% tells you that people are not sure whether he can do it alone. How do you read it?
Absolutely. I think after Indira Gandhi, nobody has seen one single leader lead a party to a complete mandate.
Yeah. So,
but
there is still a lot of hope that he can do it.
Absolutely. 43% is a substantially high number for the fact that it's banking on a single individual.
But it's also banking upon the fact that this central government faces greater anti-incumbency than
one more example of the puzzle.
As the Congress walks into the election,
of the puzzle.
Yes.
One more example of the puzzle.
Yeah.
41%. One more example of what a puzzling personality Mr. Modi has and arouses different emotions in different people.
Oh yes, he does. Oh yes, he does. Now we have Devang Nanavati joining us. Let's put our guests up on the screen to get a quick view, very quick view from them on how they are looking at the Modi snap poll. Two perspectives, one for, one against. Let's get the for perspective first. Devang Nanavati, many questions presenting that the voter looks upon Mr. Narendra Modi not in a unidimensional way. Yes, he thinks that Narendra Modi can lead the country towards communal polarization, but at the same time he also believes that Narendra Modi is to be primarily associated with development and not the riots. How do you read it as someone who belongs to the Modi camp firmly?
Well, first of all, I belong to the BJP and Mr. Modi is the Prime Ministerial candidate of the BJP. There are no camps within the BJP. There is one BJP. But anyways, coming to the matter at hand, you see Mr. Narendra Modi, this sample poll is not done amongst BJP voters or BJP sympathizers or neutral voters. It is done across the board. So obviously you will have retractors of Mr. Modi and you will have supporters of Mr. Modi. But a poll sample shows that the majority of all your question, all the majority votes go in favor of Mr. Modi. Now we can argue on the percentages whether it should be 43, 41, 69, 15, etc., etc. But overall, in the past 20 years or 25 years since Mr. Rajiv Gandhi has gone away from the Indian political scene, no single leader has evoked such uniform response all across pan-India. And considering that BJP, as Chandan rightly pointed out, is virtually not very omnipresent in Bengal, in the east and in south,
get the other
considering that on a national survey,
do you think you made a mistake?
On a national level, if Mr.
When you see the results of the polls from 3 states projected here on Times Now this evening, and when you see the victory that the BJP is projected to have in Rajasthan, Madhya Pradesh and Chhattisgarh, do you feel you made a mistake, Mr. Thakur?
Arnab, not at all. I think we are the only party. In fact, from the last 2 years, we have been saying that we are not going to compromise on our issues of secularism and all that. We have been saying from last 2 years, there's no question of any regret whatsoever. Most of these states, what you're talking about is not very different from what is being expected.
And when you see the answer to the question that what do you primarily associate Modi with,
there is no question of regret.
And 70% say we associate him with development. Does that rebut your and Nitish Kumar's point of view? Was your point of view unidimensional? Did you look at Narendra Modi too much with a narrow vision, perhaps?
No, not at all.
It's not a question of
any development that has taken place in Gujarat. We have never contested that. It is the question of personality. We have always debated upon the personality of that gentleman, and we have always said that this country does not need a person who has a personality of Mr. Narendra Modi. That has always been
Arnab, a quick rebut.
Last 2 minutes on the
Arnab, a quick rebut. Arnab, a quick rebut. I agree for a change with Mr. Thakur that they may not be regretting the decision to break ties with BJP, but they are today finding out the reality of the political mistake they have committed by breaking that tie. These polls show them the political error. It is the regret of the political error, not a regret of the terror.
It's 4 states, it's not the nation.
Regret and a realization of mistake is the same thing. We have not done a mistake. We have never regretted. We are very happy, in fact. We are very happy, in fact, that we have taken the step that we did.
Well, by the way, you should also credit Raman Singh and Shivraj Singh Chauhan for the victories, perhaps in Chhattisgarh and Madhya Pradesh, and Vasundhara Raje Scindia for the victory if it were to happen in Rajasthan. Shakti Singh Goel, very quickly.
Look, this is in a Hindi belt, and this is also a sample survey.
Yeah.
I am sure that in Modi's leadership, there is no possibility NDA to form a government. UPA 3 will be repeated. Very good.
Okay, now here we are.
Arnab, the same thing was said before the Gujarat elections.
Before I move on and we look at the impact of these results we are projecting, these Times Now See Voter projections at the national level, in case you were not with us, at 7 o'clock, first let's begin by giving you a complete insight into how we feel here that if the elections in these states were to happen tonight, this is the kind of result it would be in Rajasthan, Chhattisgarh, Delhi and Madhya Pradesh.
यहाँ भारतीय जनता पार्टी की सरकार बनेगी.
In the backdrop of contenders for the top post in 2014 becoming clear, 5 states go to polls. And the Times Now See Voter projection throws up interesting numbers, giving an indicator as to where the winds of change are blowing. In the battle for Delhi, where Sheila Dikshit has had an uninterrupted run for the last 3 terms, the signs are ominous for the Congress, with corruption charges against the government adding to the negativity.
It's futile to my mind to try and guess that we will get this much. We don't think there is an anti-incumbency factor, because for the last 15 years, the way we have worked, we have resolved every issue that came up.
The anti-incumbency factor is further reinforced when we look at the seat projections, with the Congress set to lose nearly a third of the seats it won in 2009. The Congress loss, though, is not necessarily BJP's gains, as the Aam Aadmi Party is expected to eat into it, resulting in a hung assembly in Delhi.
It is all anti-Congress vote, and at the end of the day people will realize and people will know that they are not going to get any seats, so nobody is going to waste his or her vote. And ultimately, as the election scene progresses, you will find that BJP will muster more strength and we will certainly have a hands-down victory.
The Times Now See Voter pre-poll survey predicts a massive swing against the Congress. But it's not the BJP which is gaining. Arvind Kejriwal's Aam Aadmi Party is set to make a blockbuster electoral debut with nearly 16% vote share projection. But Sheila Dikshit still emerges as the most popular leader at the local level.
So what we are saying is, let's do one thing. In the interest of transparency, let's put our entire raw data in public domain. Let the people analyze it, and the people will find out the truth.
The scene is far healthier for the BJP in Madhya Pradesh, with Shivraj Singh set for a hat-trick and reinforcing his stand within the BJP. Despite losing some seats compared to the 2009 tally, BJP is again consigning the Congress to the opposition benches in Digvijay Singh's home state.
Polls are not the last litmus test of what the final results are, and I'd like to take you back to 2009 when all the polls, including yours, said something completely different to what the reality turned out.
All this makes for a healthy reading for the BJP, as it is also projected to improve on its already impressive vote share. This despite Congress making some inroads in Shivraj Singh Chauhan's backyard. Vasundhara Raje is projected to emerge as a big winner in the poll sweepstakes in Rajasthan, with the former Chief Minister set to take sweet revenge for her 2009 electoral defeat. And the BJP set to better its tally at the Congress's expense and get a clear majority in the Assembly. The gloomy picture for the Congress is expected to turn into a nightmare in Rajasthan, where the ruling Ashok Gehlot government is facing a resurgent BJP, with allegations of nepotism against the Chief Minister and serious charges against some of its top ministers, hurting the Congress.
I think these projections are way too in advance. The state of Rajasthan, I think, is a keenly contested state. We've been in government for 5 years, and I think the programs and the kind of things we've done in the last 1 year have certainly improved our position, and I don't agree with the drastic reduction in our vote share in the coming assembly elections.
The seat projection in Chhattisgarh makes for interesting reading, as the BJP may lose some seats but still scrape through to get a majority, while the Congress is expected to come tantalizingly close to the magic number of 46. This is one battle which is expected to go down to the wire. The situation in Chhattisgarh is expected to throw a few surprises, with the Raman Singh government holding its own despite anti-incumbency. The deadly Maoist attack on the Congress cavalcade has hurt Raman Singh's claims of good governance, and the Congress is holding steady in the Times Now see-voter projection. As things stand, the see-voter pre-poll prediction will bring a lot of smiles in the BJP camp, while the Congress have many headaches in the battle for the Hindi heartland. Bureau Report, Times Now.
Well, back to, let's get our panelists back. Abhishek Manu Singhvi, Derek O'Brien joining our panel this evening, along with Devesh Thakur, and we have a big panel here in the studio. Let's get around from the studio first before we go across to our political panelists. So may I begin by asking you, Nirja, that, you know, we have seen the Congress party now lose in 3 states. They're significant states. What course correction needs to be done? Can it be done at this point, or it's a foregone conclusion?
No, I think, you know, we were just discussing this also. 2 things are very critical for the alliance.
Yes.
One, because one is alliances. Will the Congress go in for alliances? Now, in Uttar Pradesh, what has happened, Muzaffarnagar is going to be a watershed, what happened there. Because it's fallout, you see, the Jats have swung to the BJP. The Jatavs, the Dalits, have stayed neutral. In most communal riots, they become part of the Hindu mainstream. Yeah. So, will the Congress go in for an alliance with Mayawati? Will Mayawati agree to that and have a Muslim-Dalit combination which
So what you're basically saying is that desperate times call for desperate measures.
And also in Bihar with Nitish Kumar.
So what you're saying is desperate times, desperate measures. So
an alliance is key.
BJP Congress party realizing the writing on the wall is to change its strategy now. It has to change its strategy tonight or give up the fight for 2014.
Well, in UP they have a problem because in UP they had decided that they would go it alone, they would rebuild the party.
Yeah.
And in the last Lok Sabha election they did pretty well.
They did.
Now what Nirja is suggesting, some sort of alliance in UP.
Why would Mayawati be game?
Well, that's the question. That's the question why would Mayawati, who is riding high at the moment, why would she want to get associated with the losing side?
That's a question. Ajay Bose, why would any party, today if the Congress party wants to course correct and realize, you know, we are in trouble, who is going to entertain
only
them?
One answer. Only one answer.
Yeah.
Narendra Modi. You see, and that is where,
Narendra
Modi.
Absolutely.
You see, her constituency does include a significant portion of Muslims.
Yeah.
And she is hoping to increase this portion because the Dalit Muslim combination is very powerful in UP, very powerful.
Okay.
Now, so you see, if Narendra Modi wasn't there, I think she would, but the Modi juggernaut gathers momentum.
Political panelists, time for reactions. Let's get the Congress. Abhishek Manu Singhvi, BJP Ravi Shankar Prasad, Derek O'Brien. Ravi Shankar Prasad,